right, Novak Djokovic fans, welcome back to the channel. We've got news. Novak Djokovic has quelled all of our fears that he won't be playing much in 2025 by saying that he is going full throttle into the next season and he just needs a little bit of a break to rest and recharge. He told Sasha Osmo at a basketball game in Serbia in the last little bit here. So we're going to break down the news that he has going into 2024, and we're going to talk about other things happening in Serbia, like the Serbia Open, where Denis Shapovalov has made the final as a qualifier and is potentially going to get his second ATP title of his career versus a local Serbian. So let's get into it. Thanks for being here. All right. If you have never been here before, this is The Slice. Thanks for being here. If you can smash the subscribe button, we're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and you can help us do that. We bring news, analysis, and interviews on the channel. You can check those out. Also, who helps us is Betway. On the Betway feed, you can check that through the link below. I give tips and picks. And before the Belgrade Open, I picked Shapovalov, who was, I believe, plus 600 to be the champion. And I actually didn't make the pick, but I didn't go through with it. But I said, hey, that's some pretty good value. And now he's into the final and is the favorite to win the final. So check that out on the Betway feed. And also who supports the slice is Tennis TV. That's right, the Tennis TV. It's going to be on Tennis TV, bro. You can watch the ATP finals and the final of the Serbia Open on Tennis TV. It's the only place to watch live, on demand, and classic ATP matches. It's an amazing service if you're a tennis fan. So if you're not already on it, click the link below to check out Tennis TV. To me, it's an absolute no-brainer for the tennis fan like we all are. Okay, so Djokovic is coming into 2025 hot. I made the comment on the podcast, which you should click below to listen to, recently that, we really don't know what Djokovic's season in 2025 is going to look like. The fact that he's not at the ATP finals with a minor injury, which was undisclosed, made it really me feel like he wasn't wanting to be there. And then that's, the fifth biggest event of the year, and that's not a good sign. But he did tell my friend Sasha Osmo, again, at a basketball game in Serbia at halftime between signing autographs for the people, man of the people, that he is going to be super keen on the 2025 year. He says, quote, I've told you guys a million times he said, quote, tennis is still my focus. I'm going at full throttle in the offseason. We go for another ride. I just needed to recharge and refresh a bit after an exhausting year, said Djokovic in the breaks between people approaching him for selfies this is on a Tennis Majors article. Then he also says, quote, I told you guys that a million times. I would like to play the Davis Cup too. Let's see what happens. So yeah, he was also, he's been out and about. He's been living his life. He's been enjoying his life. But as he said, he's going to go full throttle into the 2025 season. What does that mean? Does that mean he's going to prepare to try and win more majors? Because it definitely seems like, as he said, those are the priority. He's at 24 now, didn't get any in 2024. So he's going to go into Australia, I think, with a pretty big motivation to win that title again, his most successful event of his career. And he wasn't able to win last year, losing to Sinner in the quarterfinals. So he's going to go there, and I think he's going to go as, look, I'm the reigning champ, the GOAT. I'm going to go there and show Sinner and Alcaraz that I can still do it and win another major, get to 25. For his motivation throughout the year, I can't see the future. But what he's saying right now is he's not taking his foot off the pedal going into 2025, which I think for all tennis fans is a great sign, because tennis is definitely better when Djokovic is playing at a good level, keeps everyone high. But he's not going to be at the ATP finals. We already covered that on our ATP finals preview, so check out that on our channel if you haven't already. But that's great reporting from Sasha Osmo, who might be on the show again here soon to talk about that, but he's not available at this time. So yeah, what else is happening in Serbia is the Serbian Open. We know this. So you can see here we've got the semifinals are complete and the finals are set. We've got Shapovalov versus Medvedev, Hamad Medvedev in the final, the wild card. So Medvedev is a wild card. Shapovalov's a qualifier into the finals of an ATP 250, and in pretty amazing fashion. Shapovalov absolutely destroyed Yuri Lehechka. It was 53 minutes. Shapovalov dropped 1 point on his first serve all match. And if you watched him play, the parts that I saw in that match, he was flawless. He was in control. He was playing aggressive but in control, hitting shots with margin, and just playing the way that brought him to the top 10 in the past and made us all think that he's one of the better players for the future. He's had turbulent times, for sure. But as a fellow Canadian, we're happy to see Shapovalov here playing well and going into this final against Medvedev as the favorite on paper. But Medvedev is obviously going to have the crowd behind him, having just beat Laszlo Djere is in a almost 3-hour match there. That was a battle, and Medvedev, who I believe is pretty close to Djokovic as well. That's going to be interesting. We'll see if Djokovic shows up for the final. Shapovalov had a great line after his win against Lehechka. He said he was getting cheered on by a lot by the Serbian fans. So if you're Serbian, shout out, Serbian-Canadian connection there. He said, I didn't know I had so many fans in Serbia. Maybe it's because I lose to Djokovic every time we play, which was very funny. And people like that. We posted that on Twitter. Shapovalov engaged with us on Instagram and Twitter. So you'll love to see that. So that's going to be a great final. There's also a tournament I should look at this, in Metz, which I have not really been keeping track of. That's the Belgrade Open. That's the Moselle Open. Sorry, maybe it's not Metz. Maybe it's in Moselle. Apologies. You got Cam Norrie versus local Benjamin Bonzai, another qualifier into the final. Bonzai beat Mickelson, who I believe did like an underhand swinging serve, kind of sick. And Norrie defeats Moutet, another Frenchman. So Norrie is get his form back, because he's definitely dropped off a bit since the season. Sorry, I'm not showing that. Since the season he had a few years ago. So there you have it, the finals of Moselle and the final of Belgrade. And we are waiting for the ATP finals to get underway. So again, if you want to watch them, check it out on Tennis TV. Link below that supports the show. But that's the update you need on Djokovic's plans for 2025. Sounds like he's full on committed to it. So we're going to see him there in 2025, which makes me happy, and which should make all tennis fans happy, because he's an absolute treat to be able to still watch at his age. It's absolutely crazy. So we'll see you next time here on The Slice. Thanks for being here, and make sure to subscribe to not miss any videos in the future.